In this demonstration, we will be covering the replacement parts for the Model E-1 Accelerator. The Model E-1 Accelerator can be used on the F1 and F2 dry pipe valves, the G4000 dry pipe valve, as well as on double interlock pre-action systems in the air supply piping. Before working on the Model E-1 Accelerator, refer to the appropriate data sheets for placing the system out of service, and then remove the accelerator from the trimming. The part numbers for the individual replacement parts, as well as the replacement kit, can be found either in Viking's repair parts book or in the technical data sheet for the E-1 Accelerator. The repair parts offered for the Model E-1 Accelerator are either offered in the repair kit or as individual parts. The parts that are offered in the repair kit are the clapper diaphragm, the seat, the housing insert, the housing spring, the U-cup retainers, the U-cups, the actuator rod, spring, and retaining ring, the new screws, the screen filter, the lithium grease, and the air gauge. The individual parts offered are the cover diaphragm assembly and the locating pin. To remove the cover diaphragm assembly, place the Model E-1 Accelerator in the upright position and remove each of the screws to remove the cover from the housing. Remove the cover diaphragm assembly. With the cover now removed, we can replace the components that are offered in the repair kit. Start by removing the actuator rod spring, and the retaining ring from the housing insert. Remove the housing insert from the housing. With the housing insert now removed, you can remove the U-cup and the U-cup retainer from the housing insert. Remove the housing spring from the housing. At this point, you will need to turn the accelerator over so that the base is in the upright position. Now you can remove each of the screws to separate the base from the housing. With the housing now removed, you can remove the screen filter. You can now remove the clapper diaphragm from the base. With the clapper diaphragm now removed, you can remove the U-cup retainer and the U-cup from the clapper diaphragm. You can now remove the seat from the base. The last component left to replace, if needed, is the locating pin. The locating pin is not offered in the repair kit. At this point, if the locating pin needs to be replaced, then it can be removed from the base and replaced. If not, it can be left in place. To install the new parts provided in the repair kit, start from the base up. The first new part that we would install would be the seat. To install the new clapper diaphragm, the U-cup and the U-cup retainer must be installed into the clapper diaphragm first. To install the new U-cup and U-cup retainer into the new clapper diaphragm, apply the lithium grease provided in the repair kit and evenly spread it around the U-cup and the U-cup retainer. Install the new U-cup and U-cup retainer into the new clapper diaphragm. Place the new clapper diaphragm onto the base by lining up the hole of the clapper diaphragm with the locating pin. Before reinstalling the housing onto the base, you will need to install the new screen filter into the housing. Reinstall the housing onto the base by lining up the hole in the housing with the locating pin. And then turning the accelerator over onto the housing so that the base is in the upright position. Reinstall each of the screws. Install the new housing spring back into the housing. Before installing the new housing insert into the housing, you will need to install the new U-cup and U-cup retainer first. To install the new U-cup and U-cup retainer into the new housing insert, apply the lithium grease provided in the repair kit evenly spread around the U-cup and U-cup retainer. Now you can install the new U-cup and U-cup retainer into the new housing insert. Install the new housing insert into the housing. Make sure that when you're installing the housing insert, that the housing spring lines up with the center of the housing insert. The repair kit comes with the retaining ring already installed onto the actuator rod. If for some reason you needed to install the retaining ring onto the actuator rod, an easy way to do this is to hold the retaining ring onto the table and push the groove of the actuator rod down onto the retaining ring. Install the actuator rod spring onto the actuator rod. Install the actuator rod into the new housing insert assembly. Install the cover diaphragm back onto the cover. The cover diaphragm is not offered in the repair kit, but as an individual component. When installing the cover back onto the housing, make sure that the actuator rod lines up with the center of the cover diaphragm assembly. Line up the holes and install the new screws. This concludes the repair parts video for the Model E-1 Accelerator.